Look into these eyes. How would you like for these eyes to be staring at you all day? Hi, I'm Michael Beardsley, and those eyes belong to Tommy Lee Jones, or as I like to call him, Creepy Lee Jones. I worked with him on July 10th, 2001. Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was pre-9/11. I worked on Men in Black 2 as an extra for one day. I had pretty much given up extra work at that point, but I was still on their books, and if they called me for something specific, I would generally do it. And in this case, it was me and 5 other people called in to do a scene. The other ones were named David, Rebecca, Hedda, Penguin, and John. I still remember. This is the scene I'm in.
All right, look, so here's an idea. How about we stop chasing all these butt-backwards clues, go get a couple fission carbonizers, and get our headquarters back.
It's all about to make sense, kid. Is this card valid?
The scene goes on for a bit, but I'm not really visible beyond this. You can see my back briefly. It looks like we're in a video store, but this is actually a set that was built in stage 30 at Sony Studios. It's a giant soundstage where they shoot a lot of epic movies, like Armageddon had been shot there shortly before this. But this was just one little set in the corner. These are just some of the major movies that have shot in stage 30 in the years since Men in Black 2. And of course, many more. So as you can see from the video, I was pretty close to where the action took place. I actually got to hear what the actors were talking about between takes. Got to hear Will Smith and Barry Sonnenfeld talking about Will Smith's golf game. And what did Tommy Lee Jones talk about, you ask? Tommy Lee Jones didn't say much. He just stared at me. It became very obvious as the day was going. He just kept staring. But I didn't engage. I was fairly new to town, and, he was the big-name actor. You don't want to make waves. So I just leaned against the wall, and I was reading the names of the DVDs that were on the wall across from me. I noticed that one of them was actually Men in Black, the original. So what did he do? He walks right into my eye line, leans against the wall that I'm looking at, folded his arms, and stares at me. And what did I do? Well, again, I did nothing. I looked away. He won the staring contest. So that is why I always refer to Tommy Lee Jones as Creepy Lee Jones. Because, wow, he was rather creepy. What would I have done if it happened today? Well, I would probably point out the Men in Black DVD and say, like, hey, isn't this meta? Something like that. I wouldn't have called him on it. I wouldn't have said, hey, Creepy Lee Jones, what you doing looking at me? I've told this story a number of times since this happened about 20 years ago, and it was probably good that I didn't do anything. Someone else said that Tommy Lee Jones did something similar to them, and then another person said he was very borderline verbally abusive with them. So I don't think it would have ended well if I had called him on it. My personal theory? I think he was just screwing with me. I think he likes to screw with extras. Someone suggested that maybe he was gay and he was checking me out. First of all, I've never heard that Tommy Lee Jones is gay. He's married with a child. In fact, his wife and daughter were on the set that day. I saw them outside the soundstage a little later, and also, frankly, I don't have that high of an opinion of myself, that someone's going to be checking me out like that. When I later found out it was his ex-wife and daughter on the set, I thought that was odd.
Don't worry about a thing, folks. I used to live here, came by to pick up a few things.
Then I discovered this scene we're watching right now. That little girl in this scene, that is actually Tommy Lee Jones' daughter, Victoria, who I saw on the set. They were shooting this scene the same day as they were shooting my scene. And the dad in this scene is Barry Sonnenfeld, the director of Men in Black 2. The mom is one of the producers of the film, Stephanie Kemp. So that's all for today. A little bit different, a little less structured. Hope you liked it just the same. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, check out my other videos. Hopefully you'll have another one up real soon. I will do my best, see if that life doesn't get in the way again. So, until next time.